Many months later.
Hey guys, happy Sunday. Just wanted to do a video today. It's literally been at least 6 months or more since I did the video of my STI. Since then, quite a bit's happened. Want to go over it with you, but also want to show you the new project. The STI is actually gone. I ended up finding a buyer kind of off a whim and ended up selling it to him. Went to a really good home, and I had this idea that I wanted to start looking for a GC body, and you know, looking around everything, everybody wants top dollar for a GC, and you know, ended up figuring out that, you know, really just want to find a shell for it, someone who maybe couldn't finish a project, ran out of money, ran out of interest, and you know, take advantage. And so I got this car for a great deal. Got a ton of parts with it, and kind of before I got the car, I had to make sure that my new garage was all set up. So that's kind of where a lot of the funds came from. Selling the STI was being able to buy the house, putting the down payment down on the house, and so I know I have a garage to work in. Pretty awesome. So all in all, I'm pretty excited. This could be a really long-term project, but little by little, I want to document it. I think there's going to be hopefully a pretty good following on it, but either way, I want to document step by step. So let's start going through stuff. First and foremost, I've got my garage here. Just so nice to have. I recently put in my workbench. Gonna have a welding table next to it. Got my MIG welder there already, my TIG welder eventually. Need to get the wiring done and everything like that, but lots of other stuff. All my shelving, parts that I'm gonna show you guys. And that's it. There it is. So what the car is it's actually a 1996 Impreza L, all-wheel drive originally. I'm not really sure what motors these came with. I'm still learning a ton, but the car is super clean. The guy I bought it from, actually, he bought it as a project. It was, I don't believe it was running, but it was, you know, basically none of the parts on it were really good for what he wanted to do. He wanted to just build a purpose-built track car. I want to kind of make that a little bit more of a daily driver type idea, but still be able to take it to track days. But as you can see, he got as far as stripping the car completely down. So, you know, really I'm starting from scratch. I've got some parts from him and whatnot, but realistically, nuts, bolts, things like that, I'm gonna have a really good time trying to figure that all out. But you know, little by little, we'll get it done. There is, you know, a little bit of rust, rear quarter, but as we go further into it, you guys will see that's all gonna get cut out anyway, so not really too worried about it. But the car itself is pretty straight. Never really been in any accidents or anything like that. I think the original owner had a little run-in with the deer. There's a little dent on the core support there, but nothing too crazy. Obviously, engine bay is open to some ideas here. So I've kind of got a plan in place. I'm gonna be going over that in probably the next video a little bit further. But realistically, the plan is to go with a EJ 257 out of a 2005 STI. Pretty much want to do everything from front to back out of a 2005 STI. And the reason for that is, well, I've got some parts there to show you, but realistically, this is kind of the key to the whole thing. Is I've got a complete 2005 STI wiring harness that came with all the boxes and, you know, ECU, everything to make the car run. Everything came out of that STI shell and is in this box here. So we've got keys, we've got pretty much everything we need to do. We just need to figure out where it all goes, and that's what we're going to be basically showing you, and hopefully some of you can help along with it as we run into issues, because I'm sure we will. Along with that, I'm going to be doing the 2005 dash swap as well. I've got the crossbar, dash bar for it already, but things in pretty good condition. Going the wrong way there on the camera, but things in pretty good condition. I've got all the other pieces that go along with it, and it even actually has the airbag on it too. But you know, I've got some dash bars up here. When I got the car, he basically just gave me a ton of random parts and some of the parts that he had planned on using on the build. But the beautiful thing about doing the 05 swap with the full dash and everything is I shouldn't really have to mess too much with, you know, pinning and wiring in that. I'll have to probably wire up the taillights and headlights and all the fun little stuff, but that's easy. As far as like engine sensors, harness that way, that should all be plug and play as long as it's ran to the right place. So there's going to be a decent amount of patience involved, but best part about everything here is, you know, there's some dash pieces there. We've got a ECU. We've got the front cross member there. Already has a 05 STI rack in it. It's a little beat, so we might even replace that. If we're doing it right, we might as well just replace it. But we got the 05 column. Lots of random parts that I'm gonna have to kind of figure out. I've never torn down an STI before. And like I said, I wanna make this thing drivable, you know, on a daily if I wanna take it to work. If Jen and I are carpooling to work, I wanna be able to take it out if it's gonna be a nice day. And so I wanna definitely make sure I have AC and heat and all the creature comforts. I've got, like I said, I've got tons of wiring, you know, harnesses, random parts for, I think that's actually out of like a GC, like when he took this apart. Got struts, power steering pumps. I think this is the original column out of the car, so it's out of a, like I said, 96 Impreza. If you're looking for random stuff, let me know. I definitely don't need it taking up extra room in the garage. The other thing I built too, those are just from the Abarth, but built myself a tire rack. I'll probably try to make some of those and sell them a little bit too. Maybe we'll have to kind of see, but yeah. So the car itself, we'll go over it a little bit more. Yeah. So like I said, you gotta support zombies. I'm not sure who owned this car before. The guy I bought it from, but they were definitely into pixie dust and zombies. So that's definitely coming off. But so the gentleman I bought it from completely gutted the car. Well, for the most part, all the good stuff. He took some of the sound deadening out of it already and things like that. But you know, there's obviously going to be a lot of work here with getting the new dash in. Not sure if I'm going to want to have a rear seat or not. Really would rather not stuff anybody back there in a two-seat, like really a coupe. So we'll have to kind of play it by ear. I don't know if anybody watches the Bucky Lassick channel. I believe it's Buck. Yeah, he just did a coupe total restoration and did ABW, I believe wide body setup on it. It was WRC setup, and it's beautiful. So if you know that, I think that's going to be kind of what we're going for. I think he stole my idea, but it is what it is. But yeah, I've already been talking to a lot of people about little things that I want to do, stuff I'm maybe going to need help with. So I've got a good plan in place, and realistically, like I said, for $100, we couldn't really beat this shell. It's, you know, really clean. I'll see if I can get some shots of the underbody. Had my buddy Bill from Rumble Garage hooked me up with some tubs for the front, so as soon as the weather breaks here in Michigan, we're going to be working on that a little bit more. Like I said, realistically, this thing built a little cart for it even too, put on wheels, but the underbody is pretty pristine. There's really not too much to worry about, but you know, stuff like that I'll probably end up wanting to undercoat and make sure it's all weatherproof, because like I said, I really do want to drive this car. I want to be able to take it to work, rain, snow, whatever it is. It's a Subaru, it should be able to do everything. So that's just part of it. And then part of this, a lot of the videos that I'm going to be doing is going to be working on the garage too. So like I said, I've already got some things done, because when I moved in just in December, you know, a lot of this stuff wasn't even here. There's a lot of junk in here and it was filthy. There's not even any lights, so you know, we put a good amount of lighting in here already, but you know, find a place for all this scrap wood and that. This is purely going to be for well, Jen's car is going to be in here, but otherwise it's going to be, you know, meant to house everything we need to build this car basically from scratch. So, but you know, got the tire rack. I put up these racks. I tried to get it done before we picked up the car, but I ended up having to wait and got those up. So it's going to be nice once we were able to sort out what's what and what we need and what we don't. Like I said, you know, this old 96 L coupe bumper, stuff like that, I'm not going to need any of that. I've got larger and grander plans. So anything I sell, it's obviously going to go right back to the car to make sure I can get moving on it. So I'm not sure if I'm going to honestly be getting married next year, so I'm probably not going to go buy a whole car and just swap everything over like Bucky did. You know, pockets are not as deep, not a pro skateboarder, as far as I know. So we'll probably end up going piece by piece. We'll get the engine bay cleaned up, we'll get that done. I'd like to get it painted, but I want to smooth it out so that it's, you know, nice and pretty and presentable. And then making some room for some good sized tires, and then, you know, welding some holes shut, things like that. But really, like I said, it's going to be a long-term project. It's going to be little by little, but I hope that I can get some people interested in it. Really cool cars. I feel like not enough people know about these. They know all about the Blob-Eye and the you know, all these different Hawkeyes, everything, the new ones. But I think there's a certain cool factor to the old coupes, and there's really not a ton of GC8s or anything like that run around. So to make something like this that's drivable and, you know, really reliable, if I want to go drive it up north, take a trip, you know, whatever we want to do, and then still, you know, take it to a you know, not a time attack necessarily, but like an autocross course, maybe even off-road, we'll see. But it's going to be ever evolving, and I would love to have feedback from folks as we start to kind of amp this up. So obviously I've had my other STI and I've learned a lot from it, and I think it's kind of taught me what I want to build now, because my STI was not really a drivable car. It wasn't something I could take to work every day in the snow and the rain. It was god awful scary. So with something like this, you can bet it's probably not going to be sitting on the ground but it'll be low, but it's gonna have some fun built into it. So, but anyway, thanks for checking in, guys. Like I said, I know I have not recorded in quite some time, but this is going to be the start to this big project, and I hope I get some folks that'll follow the build and, you know, chime in, help out. If I do anything wrong, let me know. I'm learning just like you, so that'll do it. You know, go ahead, please subscribe, like this photo, share. And like I said, I look forward to learning and making mistakes. It's definitely going to happen, but little by little, especially as the weather breaks here in Michigan, it should be a sweet project, and I look forward to it. So, see you guys.